I'm volunteer Schiff. I volunteer with the West Hollywood Station, and we're going to go on a tour of the really part of the jail that is the hardest part, which is the jail cells themselves. And if you'll follow me, we'll start here. And as this area right here is where the deputies bring in the guests or the prisoners. They come through this entrance, they deposit their weapons. No weapons or any kind are allowed in the jail itself. And as the prisoner is brought into this area, they're put up against the wall here. Of course, they are handcuffed. And at that point, the deputies proceed to search them from any contraband, anything that is not allowed in the jail, which is obvious weapons, drugs of any kind. And from here, after they're searched, we come in this direction, and there are two booking cells. And this is the direction of the booking cells. We have booking cell 2 and booking cell 1. Now, what's important, why there's two booking cells, is we don't allow male or female in the same cell. Even if we have like 4 or 5 males, they will be either in the one booking area, and if there's only one female, she's put into the other booking, so they're not close at all. And as the prisoner is in here, the deputy will open this little gate and begin to ask the prisoner a lot of questions about why they're here, what is going on, their address, all the information required for the paperwork, which, by the way, is considerable, so that when they go through the system, they're always being able to maintain who they are and what they are. And from here, after the deputy does the procedure of putting up all the paperwork, he then goes to this area, and the jailer sits right at this desk here, hands the paperwork to the jailer. The jailer then proceeds to finish up the booking procedure. They have cell 1, which is what is known as the drunk tank. We call it the detox tank. They have cell 2, which is for misdemeanors. Cell 3 also misdemeanors. Cell 4 and 5 are for felonies. And this is all necessary to make sure we break up the prisoners so we know who they are. Cell 6, since this is West Hollywood, there's a large gay community. The gays are put in cell 6, also cell 7. We also have cell 8, which is strictly for transgender, and cell 9 is strictly for females. And as you can see, we're very careful about making sure there's no mix because of concerns about people not liking other people. This is the back side of the booking cells. After the jailer processes the prisoner, they're brought back here, and depending on whether it's a felony, a misdemeanor, female, whatever, they're brought into the cells. They come back through this direction and through this door here. This is the detox, or commonly known as the drunk tank. And we have the cells 2, they're bunks of 4. And if you look down at the right there, you'll see there's also a toilet facility. The prisoners are fed. If they want extra food or drink, we try to make sure they get it. They're fed regularly. They're checked every half an hour to make sure that everybody's okay. And on those circumstances where we have somebody who perhaps has potential medical situations, they're checked every 15 minutes. We come down to the felony cells. Then we move on through the next corridor to the other cells, and if you'll follow me, please. These are now locked because you don't have to go in, but these are the additional cells for the felonies. As we move down, we have them for the transgenders, the gays, and the last cell at this end is for the females. And again, we have a locked door here. Now, after they're brought back here and the paperwork is processed, the jailer will bring them from the cell into the fingerprint area. And if you'll follow me, we'll go in through here. This is what they call the live scan machine. The jailer will then process and take the fingerprints of the prisoner. And after the fingerprints are taken, if there are any tattoos, which they're very careful about, they're asked to go up against that wall there. And pictures are taken of the tattoo to identify any identifying marks on the prisoner. Absolutely has to be documented, as well as fingerprints. And as you might see in the newspaper now, you always see what they call the mug shots with them looking up. As they're standing back there, they look up at this camera above me here, and that's where the mug shot is taken. And then after the prints are taken through, it goes through the county, city, and state federal authorities, And information comes back on this machine, which tells us whether or not the fingerprints match whoever the prisoner is. If for some reason the person is giving us a false name, it will show up here. That will add to whatever problem they have. But we make sure that whoever is in that jail is who they say they are. And after that process is done, that's the total booking process. From there, they go to wherever they go to court, they get bailed out or whatever the next procedure is. But as far as the jail's concerned, this is our responsibility. And by our being a volunteer, I am merely the assistant. It is a jailer who has the responsibility, which, by the way, is huge. He has to worry about the safety, the medical condition, and the proper paperwork to be done to make sure that the individual is processed correctly so there's actually no problem in court. And as we go out this door here, that would really basically complete the tour of the jail. We hope it has given you some idea what's involved and the responsibility that the jailer and the deputies have in maintaining the safety on the streets, and as important, the safety of the prisoners in the jail. Thank you very much, and we hope we never see you here.